Hi Aqua, welcome to another reading here for you. This is a general reading, so please take only the messages that you resonate with and leave the rest for the others. Every single message that will come from the past is with the purpose of helping you understand better past events into your life and give you something to think about, reflect upon. Every single message that comes from the current comes with the purpose of helping you navigate current situations into your life so that you can make the best decisions for the future. And lastly, future, every single message that comes from the future comes with the purpose of helping you prepare for possible upcoming events into your life so you can know how to respond rather than to react. Future messages do not come in chronological order, so I do advise you to listen to the reading at least one more time before I will upload the next reading. This is a general reading, however, and for you, but not necessarily about you. So not every single message that comes here is about you. Also, take everything with a grain of salt, as this is a general reading. But if you want a private one, you can contact me at +358 549 6466 on WhatsApp only. Okay, Aqua, let's see. Ooh, some of you had a disagreement with either a friend or you argued with somebody because of a woman. Don't necessarily get cheating vibes for everybody. For some of you, this could be cheating vibes, but not for everybody. This could be you argued with a friend and there were a lot of things that you could not find middle ground with this person and you could not understand each other. And there were a lot of misunderstandings and probably one of you felt that the other one is not being honest. Kind of true. I feel like that too. Someone didn't really want to openly speak about things that caused a lot of hurt and pain. However, some of you find out that someone's cheating. There is another person involved in a situation and it wasn't pretty and you had an argument. But for some of you, this could simply be you argued with your mother really strongly or with a friend because of, maybe some secrets or, unclear communication, somebody wasn't fully honest about things and that caused a lot of pain between two energies. Maybe one of you needed support and you weren't supported by the other person. It could be, to be honest, for some of you, you were cheated, you found out, and then you decided not to move forward with the person you were with. This shows mostly like that. There were some, backstabbing going on. There was some backstabbing going on. If you decided not to talk about things for now, like back in the past, you decided not to talk about things and see how things move forward, that could be a very strategic move. Maybe you want to see how things are going to unfold, and you probably talk more with the other person to find out a lot of stuff, and then you probably will decide how to move forward. I feel like you want to be strategic and you want to talk from a place where you know what you're saying and you have your backs, you're backed up. You're not putting yourself in danger in any way. When I started to shuffle the cards and so many cards were coming out, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, a few things have happened with Aqua in the recent past. So let's see. I do see in the past that you've been contemplating rather if you should stay or if you should go, and if you go, where do you go and what you're going to do and how things are going to move forward. And probably you thought about also like traveling, relocating. Maybe this person is at distance and you thought like, I'm gonna go and see it for myself, talk with this person face to face. I want them to tell me in my face all these things. You wanted to have that closure face to face, and have it clear. You wanted to end things with dignity in the past. I hope this doesn't bother you anymore in the current. In the past, I do see this bothering you very much. Also, if the person you were dealing with, they chose the other person, I also do see that taking a toll on your mental health, like why they chose the other person, what was wrong with me. Nothing was wrong with you. People do things, sometimes we really don't have an explanation for them, and people do really horrible things, and I think that's very important to acknowledge and accept in our reality that there are really monsters out there, real monsters out there, and that can help you move forward. There was a bit of indecisive energy in the past in terms of action taking, so I'm not sure if you took a decision to put an end to a situation or not, but that was maybe something you were contemplating, as well as probably moving, traveling, relocating. In the current, some of you really looked for answers in a spiritual way, from a spiritual individual. Maybe you went to tarot readers, maybe you started to look into your astrological chart, you tried to connect with your ancestors through other people. I do feel like if you connected with someone that was a good energy, they actually revealed to you a lot of things from your past that you probably avoid looking at, and that brought you a lot of things to contemplate upon. They also brought a lot of clarity in terms of who are those people that are there for you and how to identify them. Whatever actions you take in the current, they seem to be very highly guided, and I see you moving forward with a lot of sadness in your heart, which makes a lot of sense, but you're moving forward and you're trying to surround yourself also with people that are supporting you on your path and are supporting you in this process of moving forward slowly. I do see you having the current very good people around you. They try to support you. I would advise to connect with people that do these kind of things. They want to help you and support you. And even if you talk with them about spirituality and things, I feel like the people that you talk with, even they might not have same belief as you, they at least support you and listen to you, and understand how important this is for you. Things in the current might move a bit slow. I would advise you not to rush into things. I would advise you not to rush into things. The Hangman in reverse, and allow for things to unfold at the divine space. Basically, you can try to rush things, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I feel like you have a lot of things to shed, you have a lot of things to let go of, you have a lot of things to deal with. So you might have to go back and revise a few things before you actually will move forward. Your advice will be not to be impulsive, and in the current, just really understand your emotions, really understand where you're coming from before you make a forward movement. You will receive financial support, especially from people around you. Maybe you will also have a child that will come to ask for money from you. You will have to support them. I do see you having the means to do so, so don't worry. Even though you're gonna have to stretch a bit your money and your time and your energy, I feel like that's something you can attain and you can do. I feel like also in the current, you're being very much advised to focus on your health and to focus on your reproductive parts of the body. In the current, you're being advised to invest in those things, checkups, blood tests, all the things that you have to do to ensure that you didn't catch an STD, for instance. I'm just saying. The vibe is here. The vibe is here. You know what I'm saying? The vibe is here. So please do go check yourself. You're like, how did you got that from that? The cards talks to me in mysterious way, my friends. We don't do that. Yeah. In the current, you're being very, very strongly advised to be careful how you spend your money. Don't be way too generous with your finances. Don't waste money. Don't overspend. Like, keep track of your finances. If you're going to spend more than what you have usually had, it will not be good for you. I also do see that there will be disputes regarding finances. Maybe this talks about you separating legally wise with somebody, or even not legally, but you know, you're gonna talk who takes the sofa, who takes the TV, who takes the table, and so on. I do see a lot of intense energy around money, and a lot of pain that, you know, comes from a lot of hurt, which makes sense if you have been played on. But I feel like there are a few other things that came to surface you did not expect, and maybe that's why the advice in the card to take care of your emotional state, take care of how you feel, you know, deal with those emotions, because you are very close to popping, you know, like you're boiling. You might consider talking with a specialist, because it could be that you had a lot of financial loss in this connection you've been through, or you invested a lot of time in this. This could have been a really long connection with somebody, and it looks that it's not doing you're not doing very well. In the current, there is a lot of anger that needs to be dealt with. To me, this looks like grief. You could go from one mood to another, and one emotion to another. I do see at the same time that you're attracting a lot of people, or there is a specific person around you that is very interested into you. They are giving mixed signals, and maybe you don't see them as romantically as they see you. Could be vice versa as well, but there is somebody here that, you know, they are actually kind of nice. They have a really nice energy. They showed up with the devil in reverse, but maybe you see them as very premature or immature, or maybe you see this as being a bit too quick to start a new relationship. You don't have to start a new relationship. You can just, you know, start hanging out. With this energy, they show really good, and with this devil in reverse, they have more to give than you think, and the way you see them, if it's not in a good way, it's not how they really are. They're not toxic. With the devil in reverse, there is nothing you should show. And if you are not sexually attracted to this person, it's a good thing. Listen, I see it again, so I would advise to really go check yourself. Okay, you're gonna get good news maybe about that, and maybe for future your relationship will evolve, not from a place of passion, will evolve from a place of, you know, friendship. Maybe that's the advice for you for current. Like, build connection even in a romantic way from a place of friendship, not necessarily physical attraction, because that's more lusty. All right, and I have again the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That one could be very sexual as well. All right, let's see. Future for Aqua, your reading is very quick. If you're not ready in the near future to jump into a relationship, then don't. In terms of career-wise, be careful, because you might be blinded by things looking way too good than they are, especially if you're gonna get like a business partner or something in the future. I would not recommend you to jump into any partnership with nobody in the future. They are going to give you an offer way too good to be true, and you're going to lose money. There is no progress on that path. Also, if you thought that you can start to do a new business, the advice would be don't, at least for now. Maybe this is also because Mars, it's still invisible until March, so maybe then you're gonna see things a bit clear, or maybe this is gonna happen, you know, or you're gonna see this after March goes visible, and you're gonna see like, oh my god, these business things that I started to do, they were actually not that good. They were very impulsive, and you know, I started to do things because I thought that it's going to be successful, but they are not. Okay, you're gonna probably figure out that you're gonna lose some investments, financially wise, I mean. The Queen of Swords wanted to show in the current too. I think there is an energy, though you are the Queen of Swords, it's air energy. So maybe you are planning to move, or maybe somebody made a decision on how to move forward. There is someone that really cares about you, or you are going to allow yourself to be a bit more open for romance, and maybe you're going to travel or plan to travel to recover or enjoy, and maybe you're going to really love it. If not, this is someone that really cares about you, and they are thinking maybe to come to you, to visit you, to meet up with you. It can be a friend, it doesn't necessarily has to be a lover, but this could also be that the Queen of Swords from the past, if it's not you, it's the other person, and they want to meet with you, you know, you're gonna meet that person, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords from the past. If you're the Queen of Swords, then you're gonna meet the Queen of Cups. It could also be that you are starting to allow yourself to enjoy life and not let the one relationship to put you down for good, and you know, take many years break from love. I feel like you bounce back pretty quick, pretty quick. This could also be that in the near future, somebody will start to think about you. I'm not sure who is this person. They don't show in a specific energy, but you could be in someone's mind. And I think it's you. I think you're going to think about traveling. You can travel in the near future, and it's going to do really good for you. You could have, you know, like enlightenment. Maybe you're thinking to go on a pilgrimage of sorts, or maybe you're thinking of taking a long break. If that will come in your mind in the near future, it looks to be like a really good thing for you. You could meet many spiritual people that they will guide you on your path. It looks really good, so don't be afraid to do that. Some of you are going to get news from family that, you know, especially if you have kids, that you're going to be a grandparent. For some of you, this could be news about marriage, or some of you are going to travel for a wedding of sorts, and that could be a place where you could meet someone new as well, because I feel like you're open for love. You're not closing your heart after hardship, and I think that's really beautiful. I think that's really beautiful. Maybe you also feel like whatever has been going on in your life in the past 6 months has been very much guided. It felt like, you know, it's a movie. The butterfly effect moved, you know, one thing led to another, and so on. You will have a lot of opportunities to start fresh. I feel like whenever you start fresh, you're gonna get a lot of envy at the same time, so be careful with that. Also, in terms of, you know, opportunities and things, there are gonna be plenty of opportunities and things. I'm not sure if you will do better alone than in connection with others. Maybe this is your advice: do things alone. Don't have business partners anymore. Maybe that's why in the past well, in the future the business partner will show not to be true. But I feel like you have a lot of chances to grow your finances very much in the near future, start new things to do. Even your family can grow. It's not just, you know, money, but your family can grow, your family can expand. You will have a lot of support, especially from family, and you're going to have the stamina to do all these things. you're gonna have the stamina to do all these things. I feel like being hopeful, it's a theme so far for all the star signs that I've done, and this seems to be for you as well. And believe you have opportunities, and believe you will have more than just one opportunity knocking at your door. Just make sure that you choose the right opportunities into your life so you can manifest them into reality. Avoid engaging in conflicts with people whether you do not agree on things, and try to have an open mind, and allow others perspectives to enrich you. You could grow a lot just by spending time with people that have different personalities and perspectives than you. It looks good, Aqua. It looks good. You have a few energies that they are not at their best, like the Seven of Swords. You have the Sun showed twice, so you will have clarity on things. Things will show to you. You just have to accept it when they show to you that this is what it is. And I would advise you to be careful with people that are very sexual, and do go check yourself. Okay, let me check. Let me take for you as well a card. I didn't get to take a card for Scorpio because the video cut, so I take it as a sign. He got a lot of messages anyway. Maybe Scorpio that watches my video, it's a he. Well, hello to you. All right, let's see. Aqua. Okay, one message for you, my friend. Two messages for you. I love and accept myself. And I let grace lead the way. And maybe this, I'm not gonna read what's on the background because every so often I do not agree with the message on the background, but hopefully this helps. If you want a private reading, please don't hesitate to contact me at +358 549 6466, and I'll let you know how it works. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you in the next one.